Alright, we're playing against a 5Q. If I lose, I should be very embarrassed with myself. Okay. No reason to do anything unusual. Sorry, sounds like I'm losing my voice or something. Move 2 in a symmetrical position. Always the trickiest. It's not really. Okie doke. Okay, he's going for the 3-3. I'm gonna grab R14, hope to end incente and grab P4 after Q10. Interesting. Like presumably he'll mirror. If I play F17, he'll play F3. Doesn't really work with my plan though, right? Like my plan was just to back up to P10. So what if I, like if he's going to continue the mirroring game here, then after F4 he'll play O16. If he wants to jump in at C3 here because of the high F4 instead of F3, that's fine with me. Okay, no, he's just going to play standard. Most standard thing would be C3, but C is also an option. Nope. Okay. So if I were to do O17 now, and he goes at like K3, I don't think that's very good for him. I'll be happy to just H3, N3, P3. I'll consider that quite a good result. Play Q17 for sure here. Q17 is way better for black than R16, I think. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my throat. Could he really be considering R16? I mean, I guess it's not that bad. Oh, okay, he's considering Tanuki completely. Okay, so this is the variation we already thought about. In that one we thought, well, okay, I thought about K3, not L3. But it's the same thing. So basically, we could ignore it, first of all. We could ignore it and grab Q17, which is definitely worth considering. We could approach from this side, O3 and close the corner, and then suffer the consequences of like H3, G3, leaving some weaknesses. We could approach from this side at either H3 or J3, but then the problem is that when he goes to O3, we don't really have the P3 enclosure anymore. We'd have to enclose at Q3, which is still fine. and then let him get q17 later. Because this is Gote, right? Like if I go h3, he goes o3, q3. He's not under enough pressure that he needs another move here. So he'll play q17 then. Whereas if I play q17 now, he plays h3. I can't play p3 because of e2. So I'd have to go g3. Or conversely, if he goes o3, I can't play h3 because then r2. Actually, I could, especially if I have this, because then this becomes pretty good. But I don't really get to choose that. Like if he wants to play here first, I can't really stop him. Yeah, I think the best thing to do is just play j3. See what he does. If he plays o3... Okay, he's going all the way for p3. That's interesting. I feel that might be an overplay. If I just do q3 now, he gets p4, perfect extension here. But then I get q17. If I do n4, I'm scared of like r2. Oh, I probably shouldn't be. What about p5? I should be scared of p5. p5, n5. Like r6. I mean, the stone's not dead by any stretch, but it's not healthy either. I could go for the the cosine here, which does set up nicely with like a k10 or an, an r10. Leaves the corner wide open though, but after if I get q17, then the corner's not as important. I'll have two corners, and this one would still be wide open. So I think I'll do that. So I'm hoping for. Well, not hoping. I'm expecting r2, q17 here. Yeah. r2. Now, I could grab this right now, but after n2 it doesn't really accomplish much. I want to leave o4 open, especially if I'm going to get some territory around here. Okay, so now the problem with q16 is that these moves kind of set up something on the right side. It almost makes me think I should play r16 now. r16, q17. Then I can play like p14. Use this Aji up. Let him make territory there. But then fill in here with like an r9 or an r10. Probably r9. 3 stone, 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. Plus it's the perfect extension from here. 1, 2, 3, boom. So yeah, r9 is really nice. So if I can set up r9 with r16, yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about the lost territory. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is strategically the right move. I'm not sure how I talked myself into r16 over q17. It's really this situation here that convinced me. So the plan is after he connects at p17, just go balls to the wall with p14. Like, let's say he tanukis and grabs r9 instead of me. Then o15 is kind of wrecking, right? Right. So he kind of has to do something, and if he does o14... Yeah, I'm starting to not like p14 as much, and just turning it into p13. I think if I do p13, and then he plays r9, I still get most of the same benefits by playing o15 then. It's not fundamentally different. No, it kind of is. But I'm gonna go for it. Gotta watch my clock too. Okay. Good. So R9 now. Now I can name at N3 legitimately. And we're building or at N4 or at O4. This is starting to turn into a legit territory. Still want to grab something here before it, while it's still relatively open. Okay, he's going for it. He does not want me to get this much territory. He's not being very fair, man. I gave you all that. I think just Q10, right? If you just Q11, then P12, or P11 rather. What do you do against that? Plus, this also works nicely with O4. Probably. Good evening, Thomas and Fiao. Okay. So he's abandoning the R11 stone. I'm not sure if this was meant to be a probe of some sort, or if he just didn't think about Q10. Either way, the time is now to do something about the top left. These are the kinds of things that I'm really unsure of. I'm really bad at this kind of thing. I'm not really sure what the best way to invade... Oh, obviously I could do C17. But I have a feeling that's not the best thing I could be doing. I could always do C14. I'm a little scared. I could do B16. B16, C17. C14. No. Could just do C14. C14, C12. Then if I jump in at C17, I have a little... I end in Sunday, first of all. At which point I can grab O4. He ends up with a lot of territory, but I can reduce it with D10 still. And if he does something like C16, then I am happy to just grab C10 or C11. Okay. This is a thing. That's fine. So now he's definitely going to go C12. And we're definitely going to go F14, G14. G15 maybe. To what extent is C17 still open? Later. F15 probably here. Oh no, I was going for the deep cut. Alright, that's fine. F13 now. Oh no, well. Okay. That's interesting. So we've got some options. We have F17. Then he can capture with D12, but we'll be happy enough to exchange that off because we'll get like E16, D17, H17. He could cut at F16, Atari Connect. H17, boom, boom, boom. And then just majorly reduce, like L17. Major reduction. So that would be fine. And then still have Aji around here. I could ignore those two and come out here. Idea being if he plays H15, then C11. Still not fantastic. I think it's hard to argue with F17 first, even if it's just to see what he does. F16 cut is okay. Okay, so he doesn't go for the F16 cut, so he leaves H17 to us. I probably should have done H14 first. But he didn't really punish me for it, so that's fine. Willing to give these 3 stones up. Cool. So now if I go here, he has to respond, and then I go like L18? No. K18? Either way, H14 is crucial. Okay, so yeah, I'm happy to give those 3 stones up. I think maybe J17 was better. Yeah, I should have done J17 instead of this. It's not a disaster or anything. I have this, and this, or this rather. But it's starting to get hashtag dicey. If he goes M15, I have that. If he does that, I have the... Well, do I? I think I do this right away just to stabilize. He has to prevent this unless he wants to give up those stones again. So now if I do this and he goes L17, I have L18, M17. I kind of have to do this. If he does force L17, I can think about sacking those two as well in exchange for killing everything here. I'm sacrificing a lot. Like, I've given up this, I've given up a lot of stuff here. I might be giving up this, but probably not. All in exchange for, I'm kind of all in on the right side here, so this better pay off. Okay, I can do this just to reduce eyes. I can do this, then when he goes 016, I can play N18 to remove that eye. So he'll be down to one eye, basically. If I follow, like, it'll be Gote, I have to follow up at N18. But then this connection will be secure, I'll be able to jump out here, probably kill that, connect everything out. So this is the more risk-averse plan. The risky plan is 016. He prevents the cut at N16. I go here, there. So then I've ruined 2 eyes space here, but then I still have to worry about this guy. Okay, so he still hasn't played 016. I do need to grab N14 here, though. I think it's unavoidable. Still, this is still okay. I can still grab 016 in Gote to, you know, really put the screws on this group. My group here is pretty much 100% safe at this point. I can't do this because of M14. I would like to do this. But I shouldn't. I should do this instead. Or this. He's clearly trying to break out 013 here for sure. I'm in serious time trouble. I'm going to be very soon. Okay, so if I go here and he cuts at M14, I can do L14, Atari connect, then when he cuts at L16, okay, that's actually okay. Okay, cool. So he does back out. I can force this. He's gonna live up here, but that's okay. I'm gonna get all the thickness here. So now after J11, my right side's not quite at the, well, okay, hold on. These cutting points are a problem, right? I'm actually not worried about the ones here. I'm worried about the ones here. But if I do this and then he grabs J11, no, I feel I have to do this. I'll regret it if I don't. Plus, once I do this, then N3 is starting to look really good. Sweet discussion happening in the chat. Oh, wow. G3. That's interesting. So I think he's aiming at J2 because he senses the weakness of the L3 stone. So maybe the best response is H4. H4, J2, K2. Then if he follows up with, like, I connect to K3 and he lives with, like, E3, then he's got problems at N3. Okay, this seems very similar. Yeah, he's gonna have problems at N3 now. And if he plays N3, okay, sure, this is helping. I'm not concerned with him living underneath here. If I can trade it for N3. The N3 territory here has much more synergy with my Moyo up here than this does. As long as I don't die here, which I won't, I hope. Famous last words. I don't really care that much about it, whether I get it here or here. This is way better. And if he does, okay, sure. If he does protect N3 now, then he's got problems with F2. Especially after the L2K1 exchange. Fia, how much does this thing cost? This service that you're talking about? You might have said it, I might have missed it, I'm only skimming the text. Okay, so he's turning around and fixing his weakness here, which was kind of a weakness, even if it was only a ko. But he's leaving this, that's interesting. Because if I'm not mistaken, he's dead now. And he's still got N3 as a weakness. And this was at best a ko. Okay, F2, F2, E2. Yeah, sure. This kills. Great. So now I can turn around and attack at N3. The idea isn't necessarily to kill here, although that might happen. The idea is to improve this giant framework here. I'm also looking at like J11 to just capture this entire thing. $330 USD. Okay. I think I'll check out the details after. Do you think he would let me like stream my matches in this league? Or would that be considered like giving away his material? Or if it's just the match, I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, so does O2 do work here? O2, O3, M2. Yeah, it kind of does. Puts quite a bit of pressure. Okay, so if I go here, this group's just dead, right? This group right here. And then he'll have to go p4, s3, and if he just goes s3, then I'll go p4. And if he goes p4, yeah, it seems good. That makes sense. Okay, so he's giving me the option of playing p4 now, making the moyo. He'll get an s5, but he's not going to get too deep. Because after s5, s4, t4, boom, this group has enough liberties to contain. Or I could do this, but then when he goes p4, I'm losing territory, so I'm going to go p4 now. Let him grab s5 if he wants it. Yeah, there certainly is no shortage of material, is there, Thomas? Man, when I started playing Go, there was nothing. You like scrounged around on random FTP sites for SGF files and the occasional pirated book. And that was it. Okay, he probably wants to grab O1 now. O1's certainly worth points. And I'm okay with O1. I mean, I can still kill most of it with M2. And I really, really, really want J11 here. But look at this beautiful moyo. If I can get J11 here, look at the beautiful, beautiful territory. Okay, cool. He's going for O1. So M2 for later, that's on my radar, but for now, I think this is bigger. Yeah, that's good. I would love to have a persistent, like a consistent teacher. Okay, M3's a bit better than I thought it was. Still not like terrified or anything. It's just a few points deeper than I feel he should get to go in, but that's okay. He's gonna go N4 now. Oh, no, he's not. This is okay. This is giving me thickness in the direction I want it. As long as I don't have to worry about G4, which I don't yet, then this is all okay. If he just plays J5 now, I'm just going G4. Enough of that. Yeah, just G4. This is enough. If he wants to go at G, yeah, that's fine. That's great. I wasn't trying to kill here anyway. Okay, great. So now would be a good time to do some counting. In my 5 set. Oh my gosh, I'm down to overtime. How much overtime do I have? Okay, never mind. No counting. I'm down to overtime already. Because I've been reading the discussion here. Made some points here. Made some points here. I think we're in the lead here, right? I have to assume we're in the lead here. Yeah, I never heard of this guy. Thank you for the recommendation, guys. Okay, I'm aware of the weakness that he has here if he cuts at K7, but I think letting him get some extra points here is worth being able to dive in here, so I'm okay with that. He's going to play K7, he's going to wreck some face here, that's okay. Oh, no, not. If he goes H9, boom, cut, then... Oh, okay, I haven't considered that. Okay, so the idea is that if he cuts at g8, then I have h11. He can't play g11, so he'll have to play g10. Yeah, I think that works. That gets me in pretty deep. Deep enough, I think. I get in from both sides. It's okay. He can't go e7 here because Atari cut at f10. So he kind of has to go here instead. I can connect out here. It's all just reductions, but they're pretty good ones. I still have J10 and Sente to fix weaknesses there. Okay, that's a mistake, I think. Unless there's shenanigans around J10. Okay, so if I go here and he goes d6, then I have f6 to stay connected. If he plays f6, I go here. Oh, I didn't read that out right. If he plays f6, I... Okay, good, he didn't see it. Have to be careful not to get too greedy here. If he pokes out, yeah, okay, great. So I still have this here, right? Like, he can't get too greedy here. Okay, so he's gonna cut at k9, Tari. Yeah, it's clear what he's aiming at. If I go here and he pokes out a k10, then I just have l4. Okay. So I have l4 now. So I'm okay with giving up some territory here because I just gained all of this. He might be able to get these three, but that's okay too. He's got the cut at J13, but that's okay as well. I can't do this as much as I would like to because of that. So I do have to just do this. And now he's going to cut at J13, which is okay. He should be aware that M4 causes him shortage of liberties issues here as well. Okay, he is aware. He's probably going to get O4. If I can trade O4 for L11 though, that's also fine. Okay. So if I just go here now, and then he goes N8. No, can't do it. Gotta capture here. May the time period. Okay, he's gonna go for. And then I'm gonna go L11. And then aim at like C7. C7's huge. Okay, he is going to grab that now, but I think it's too late. Oh no, it's not. Of course it's not. Okay, what's the thing here? That's okay. I have to give that up. I have to give up time period here. So I can still grab the. I can give something up here. If I just go here, that's Sente. I'm trying to give these up in Sente so that I can then grab both O4 and C7, which add up to more than what I'm giving up here. So if he goes L13 and Itanuki, and then he goes L14, then L15 wins, yeah. Great. Great, so things are coming together. So now I can grab O4. Force on 4. Oh, I'm dropping frames like crazy. Sorry about that, guys. Let me know in chat if you can hear anything I'm saying. I'm not convinced you can. I'm dropping frames like mad. This is pretty complicated. Okay, great. So I don't need to respond at L14 right now. Am I reading this right? If he plays at L14, I can go here. Yes. I am reading this right. I hope. I really hope. Great. So now I can grab C7. And yes, he's going to grab O6, but whatever, P7 handles that. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Okay, wow. So he's just giving up this group, or can he live with like b3? No, b3's not enough to live with that. No, it's not just you. I've dropped 16,000 frames in the last like 10 minutes. Okay, so he's gonna play at c4 now and live. Which is unfortunate. I really thought we had him here, but it's not the end of the world. Well, sorry, okay, yeah, so he's gonna live here for sure. But we kind of wrecked his territory up here in exchange. So if he goes, yeah, now we have this. Oh, right, my clock. Radios. Okay, this is exciting. I might be able to connect up to this. So if I go here now and he plays b9, then this doesn't work anymore. Just do this. Okay, so I'm going to get this in Sente. Which is nice. Can I actually get these out? This can live, right? So now he can just at least kill these three and let me grab d18 and live. Or he can just let me have the whole thing. Okay, so if I go here, what's his worst comeback? M19 or B19, B17. think I just need to grab B19 here. Oh, this doesn't actually live, does it? No, it does, it does, it does. If he had a stone at D17, it wouldn't live. But this way it does. Cool. We made a tactic, guys. And for once, we're not the ones getting killed by it. Watch me say that and I end up dying anyway. Okay. So we've got 3 corners. Not bad. Okay, let's hope we read this out right the first time. I'm not sure if it, I don't remember the position, but we can check it out after. See if it did or didn't live. So I think we have to go here to live. Yeah, exactly. With the D17 stone, it would be an under the stone tesserae, which is why I didn't want to do that. Okay, so capture here. Give those 2 up. That's fine. We can immediately capture back anyway. Just have to go here to be absolutely certain. Okay, so now we don't need to do any follow-up, right? If he goes L16 capture, he has to play K16. And yeah, great. I can do this for points. It's certainly worth a bunch of points. This is worth points. Yeah, let's go for these points. It'd be pretty big loss if you played 06. Okay. This isn't gonna get him anywhere, I hope. Okay, there's a tesserae here to like get this connection in Sente, but I don't think we need it per se. It's worth slightly more points if I do this though. Yeah, the under the stones tesserae is the reason why for a second I thought that this didn't work, but it does. Okay, so I'm going to force him to capture here, just to get this in Sente, I think. No, don't get fancy, because if I do that, then he has a snapback. Just keep it simple, Adrian. Yeah, weren't you two, Fiao and Rodokun, you guys were the ones saying that you've never seen me win? My bad luck charms? Yeah, don't jinx me. Could still happen. Boom, cut, Atari, cut. Atari, kill, boom. Yeah, it's fine. feel like our opponent might be getting a little desperate. Okay, this is safe just because of the Tesuji here. Yeah, so the problem is that when he goes here, he can't play q6 now. In fact, I may have a Tesuji just to kill his whole bottom, I think. But I'm not going to get fancy. We all know what happens when I get fancy. So he has to protect at like n1 or something. So after n1 I can poke out here. This is in no danger whatsoever. Great. Oh, no, he's still dead. Yeah, n1 was not the move. Actually, there may not have been any move. Yeah, exactly. So, keeping it simple. Keeping it simple. Okay, so this is simple, right? This is also pretty simple, though. In fact, I would say this is even simpler. Okay, that does nothing. Literally nothing. Simplest possible move, I guess. Okay. So I need to prevent eyes from occurring here. I just have to keep Atari, literally just Atari is the only thing I have to worry about here because I have that. I have screwed these parts up though, so. Yeah, you're right, this is getting kind of ridiculous though. Great. I don't really grudge anyone for, trying to get wins out of nowhere. Because it works sometimes. not the most exciting thing. Well, this was a good game. We made a lot of exchanges early on. Like, I gave him a lot in the top left here in exchange for this Moyo. And it worked out. We got a lot of thickness. Oh, this is still not Sente, right? No, it's not. Just have to watch my time. There's not a lot of moves worth anything that are left. If I capture now, then I'm threatening to save those stones, so this is actually worth points, even though it looks like Dame. Without it, I can't play h15, so now he has to do h15. Okay, I've still got one liberty left there. I got to keep this. He's gonna play R3 now. Or that, same thing. I don't know what you're doing. Look at that. Well, we just jumped the shark, boys. It's a co. Okay, now he should resign. It's just embarrassing at this point. Is that a threat? Can I just capture it? Boom. Yeah, I can just capture him. Come on, man. It's getting boring. It's getting real boring. I think our opponent might be tilting. That's not even the best move, but it doesn't matter. That's it. That's 1 point that I missed. More than 100? More than 100? Way more than 100. Nice. Okay. A19 to kill the corner? What? No, I'm sure it's not a bot. He was playing fine in the beginning. I think after he lost this group right here, he just got frustrated with himself. Sometimes people will do that. They'll be like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Just like they just spam moves. In their mind, they're swearing at themselves. They're not really thinking about the game anymore. That seems to be what happened here. I don't think my corner almost died. I'm aware of the weakness of the corner, but it wasn't a thing. What move did it almost die at? Also, I assume you're talking about the top left? What other corner could you be talking about? When I did the... Oh! Oh, jeez. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Yeah. I'm a moron. I'm a moron. Yeah, I didn't read that out properly. I didn't think about it. I was on autopilot. To be fair, I don't think it matters. In fact, I'm sure it doesn't matter. This is still a one game by maybe even still more than 100 points. Yeah, it's still more than 100 point difference. But you're right, that's that's hilarious. I played it right during the tricky part, and then at the last moment, miss an Atari. You are correct. Alright, well, I thought the beginning of that game was actually really good. I really liked that game up until... Up until like this point, I thought this was really good. I'm obviously still ahead, but it was an interesting game. I think it wasn't clear out of the opening that I was doing very well at all. Like up to here, this could have easily turned south for me. Like he could have played something around like here. You know, just gone for something like this. To really, really reduce this. Done some magic there to contain me. And I think the game could be quite close. Closer, yeah, see, it's... I'm just playing random moves here to convince Score Estimator that corner is alive for black. Yeah, see, this game's actually quite close. Yeah, no, you're right. It is the danger of autopilot. That was not good. Okay, well, I'm lagging like crazy, so I'm gonna play some more Go, but I'm not gonna bother streaming it because it just seems like nobody's getting to see very much of it anyway. But the whole video will be on YouTube, so it doesn't matter that that you cannot see it on stream. Well, I mean it matters, but the fact that it's dropping frames now does not affect the quality of the video on YouTube. It does not matter to YouTube that I'm dropping frames right now. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope the game was enjoyable. I'm in China next week for work, so I will maybe be streaming from like my hotel room, but if I do, it'll be at a weird time. Like it'll be in the equivalent of morning for you guys, assuming you're in North America. So potentially morning streams next week, but certainly no night streams because I will be at work during what would be night here. Okay, I will see you guys next time. But like definitely the week after next week I'll be back. Cheers.